Hello. Well, I'm in the middle of writing and something came to me that I really want to talk about. Well, first of all, last night, during a chat with a good friend of mine, Liam, towards the end of it, we'd kept in touch since the entrepreneurial event. It's been almost a month now, and just right before I was getting off the phone, he said, "Well, I'd like to give you $200," and I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Just because." And the old me wouldn't have been able to accept that, and would have made a really big deal out of it. I would have taken it personally, and I would have, not that I'm not extremely grateful, but him wanting to give that to me says something about him. It doesn't say anything about me. And I almost had a feeling of like this is normal. I don't know if coming from a deeper place that I don't really understand, so I'm not actually saying that it's normal like it should happen, but there was a sense of like, oh, okay, because my phone bill is, I didn't have any money to pay my phone bill, and now I do. and and I was thinking how my relationship with money has been so like, I'm just like exploring everything right now. Like, Lisa has reflected it to me last night, and I ended up just like crying from laughing. Like, it was just, I just like looked at myself like, what am I doing? Like, I had another moment of release through just laughing so hard. Like, she just mentioned, she's like, yeah, you've been doing nothing for money and seeing what happens, and shit happens, and then doing a little something for money. I made some signs. Just printed out some paper that said, free, free lesson in dog obedience. And then like below it, I wrote like, my pricing for walking. And obviously, like, if anybody called and wanted to have just a free lesson in dog obedience, I would be happy to and if, happy to meet them and show them a few things. And if that came up with something, that they would want to pay, like walking, then that would be great. But the whole process of me doing that was like, I had to really be like, wait, what is my time worth then? Like, how much do I charge? And I had all these judgments about how I judge people for charging for personal services. And that's why it was so hard for me to do that. And it was like this whole dilemma of, yeah, but I said I wasn't going to do anything and just trust the universe and wait for shit to happen. And it's like, okay, but okay, like, you're not going to get a job, and I'm not going to do anything that causes me to feel stressful or feel like I'm wasting my time, because if I feel like I'm wasting my time, then I probably am. And in, meditating daily and writing and being very present and being honest, these currencies have brought me more abundance than in the last couple weeks. I've just, from day to night, have completely transformed. Like, each day is so long that like when I try and reference things, I'm like, did that happen yesterday? Or I don't know, because so much happens. Like, and when I put those signs up, that was another thing, me realizing, no, it's okay to charge for personal services. And it was above, market. It was above what most people would pay for me to walk their dog. But because I have 5 years of experience training professional guide dogs, I have far more knowledge than any most dog walkers, just an average dog walker would have. I have, and that's not an egoic thing for me to say. Like, it just is. Like, it doesn't make me better. That's just, and so I feel comfortable, or I thought I felt comfortable until I had all these judgments. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this. And as I was putting the signs up, and it was like, what's an hour of my time worth? And I wrote $50. $50. If you want me to walk your dog for an hour, $50. If you want me to walk him for half an hour, then $30. So it's kind of like save $10 if you, whatever. Like, I wasn't thinking of marketing when I wrote that. I actually had to change my price. I really had to give value to my time and not think about all the judgment. That's too much money. No one would pay that. I don't care. It's not about that. So what if no one calls me? I don't care. There's something that needed to happen with me posting those signs up, and it did. Like, it was like I did that, and it was fun. Like, it was fun putting the signs up, and like I got reactions of people, like, as I was putting up, like, people noticed, like, because they saw the word free. Like, of course, like, we all want something free, and no one's called me, but like the fact that I did that was like, yeah, you can do things. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I had such a distorted, like, concept of money, and like I'm like totally unraveling everything right now, like from the root down, being totally transparent with myself, and it's amazing because every time that you kind of like get to that point and you kind of have a revelation, or you discover, or you learn, or you something else comes up. And this was a friend giving me $200. And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I have money now. I haven't had money at all for the past week. I've had $0. And I was talking to Lisa last night, and she just kind of reflected in one sentence and was like, you're all like, yeah, you were going against and say I'm not going to do anything, and now you are going to do something, but it's something that like I feel comfortable doing and I would enjoy doing. I would enjoy walking someone's dog. I love being around dogs, and interactions with people are pleasant, and and then now it's like, oh, now I have to budget. Like, there is a budget to have, not knowing what you're going to do, a week or 2 weeks from now. And God, that's just, I found that hilarious, man. Like, so many concepts and layers of emotion behind money. One thing that I really noticed was that I spend a lot of my effort, or thought into giving value to my time. There's 24 hours a day. I will not do anything that doesn't excite me, and transform me, make me lighter, make me feel good, that doesn't put me in a position where I can give, where I can express, and where I can create. And getting a job at Starbucks doesn't include those. Like, I'm sorry. And it has nothing to do with, like, that's below me. It's just, no, I'm not going to do it. But what I didn't realize was I was kind of saying that time is everything and money means nothing. So now my new challenge is, okay, how do I make my money worth more than the actual number? Like, now it's like, okay, awesome. I have this much money, in my possession right now, and there's a new system being born on how I spend money. And it's awesome because the universe doesn't like give you more than you can handle ever. The universe is like, here's like $200. Like, don't fuck this up. Like, you're not. It's like no one gave me $1 million. Then I'd be like, what do I do? Like, do I buy a house? 3? I don't know. How much is $1 million a lot of money these days? No. Well, shit. Then it means nothing. No. So yeah, this is my position on money. I made a few videos, but it's just. That's what came up right now, and that was 10 minutes. Wow. Hope you enjoyed.